Welcome to Subramani. This story is about Eli Whitney. Eli Whitney is the guy who made cotton gin the most traded commodity, and but he didn't make much money out of it. In fact, perhaps he didn't make any money out of it. He created cotton gin, and he created a machine which would extract the cotton from the seeds and make cotton gin and sell it across the country, across the world. He is from US, and he after he made that machine, and he went about trying to sell the machine, and one of those old systems where he said 1/3 of what you make I will take, right? So that is how he wanted to price it. Now this is obviously this turned out to be greed, because 33% tax also is something which people don't like to pay. So people looked at the machine, saw it and said, no, I'd rather duplicate the cotton gin, and started making cotton gin, which he felt was cheating, and so he went and sued them, and for a lot of money, and he didn't sell much, and his design got copied. People duplicated the machine, people duplicated gin, and then that's it, the cotton gin, and that's what happened. And so ultimately he didn't make any money. Now, instead of charging 33%, if he had agreed to a 5% or a 10% kind of a arrangement, maybe he would have made a lot more money. What gets you really is the greed, and then you wonder whether it is really the greed. For example, I have friends who are definitely would score 32 out of 100 on health, and maybe 95 out of 100 on wealth. So they have enough wealth, but they still try to improve their score from 95 to 100, because somewhere wealth has become a scorecard and a status symbol and a point to measure how things are working, right? So am I richer than my neighbor? Am I richer than maybe my sambandhi? Am I richer than my brother? Because you're not comparing yourself to the richest man in the world. I don't think anybody is comparing themselves to a Buffett or let's take closer examples closer home, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala or Vallabh Bansali or Dhirubhai Ambani. They are not comparing themselves to them. They are comparing themselves to their own kith and kin, and they have no clue how much the other person has. So somebody with say 12 crore net worth keeps comparing himself to a person with 2-3 crore net worth, and keeps asking himself, do I have more net worth than him? Because the person with lesser net worth is more confident of his life, and perhaps is salaried, so he is not bothered too much about net worth, whereas this person is a businessman who is more worried about his net worth, right? So these things do happen. So money, you realize, is a place where people keep count rather than people needing the money for money's sake. Money is just there, and money is a scorecard. Everybody has to know how much they have, so they buy assets which can be shown off, rather than use money as a commodity. So let us take 2-3 examples. One is Jacob Little, who went bankrupt 3 to 4 times or maybe 7 times in his lifetime. Then there is of course Sir Isaac Newton, who lost 33% of his net worth in the tulip scam or whatever, tulip mania. He entered, made good money, got out, and then re-entered again, and then that is where he lost money. Or Jesse Livermore, who very famous trader, investor, whatever, but luckily before his last foray into bankruptcy and suicide, he bought some annuities for his family, which helped the family instead of just blowing up everything. So that is what Jesse Livermore did, and I am convinced that the more and more I see people, if they are willing to keep on earning money without knowing why they are earning money, and they are not willing to look after their health, it is just a resistance to change. So why are they earning money? They actually don't have an answer. Maybe it's a scorecard, but maybe it's not a scorecard also. It is just a fact of life saying, I must go to the office every day. Can you tell them that don't go to the office, go to the gym for about 2 hours, go for a swim for 1 hour, then maybe go for a walk, and that's your life? They will not accept it. They will not work on their health, but they will happily keep on working on their wealth, which they do not need, right? So if, let us say, a person has enough money and is children have enough money, which means he's earning money for his grandchildren. He does not stop doing that, right? So check it out. Largely, if you see, wealth has been created, but then because of greed, a lot of it has been lost. So controlling your greed, whether you're an investor or even whether you're an employee. So if you're an employee, somebody will offer you so much money as a bribe or something which you don't even understand. They'll say, oh sir, I think it's a great pleasure to have you come and speak at our place or sing or whatever, and that could be a bribe, right? So the reward could be a nice plate, which could be a silver plate with 5 coins of gold embedded in that. That is not a gift, that is a bribe. So knowing the difference between bribe and fees and all that is very important for youngsters. Staying away from greed is one of the best things you can ever do in your career. Thank you.